The first place to go to get started with Management 3200 is in the e-learning system. There are a couple of important resources here. First, under Assessments and under Grades, you'll find your SAP user ID. In this example, it's blank, but for your e-learning system, your user ID for SAP will be here. It will be config, C-O-N-F-I-G, dash a 2-digit number, and that 2-digit number will be used throughout the exercises to distinguish your work from other students' work. The next most important place in e-learning is the content section. The syllabus is available here, which is a useful document. It's highly recommended that you read that and especially pay attention to due dates and provisions that are included in the syllabus. For those who can't be convinced to read a syllabus, there is a Quick Start Guide. The Quick Start Guide summarizes key important pieces of information. One of the most important things for working on the SAP system is to know which SAP system and which client number you're going to be working in. So in this example, it's the FS3 system, starting in client 101 and then moving to client 201. You got to check your own Quick Start Guide for your semester because this changes semester to semester. The next thing that's important in the e-learning system is the concepts text. The textbook for this class currently is available as a PDF file. A number of the quizzes are based on this textbook, and rather than buying the actual version, you can look at it and download that textbook here. The next important thing is the SAP GUI download. The SAP GUI, GUI, for Graphical User Interface, is the way to connect to the SAP system. It's basically like a web browser for SAP. If you click on the link, you'll go to a website where you can download instructions for installing the Windows version and the executable for Windows. It is good to read the instructions ahead of time. Also for the Mac version, it's important to read the instructions because there's a number of configuration steps that must be done to make the SAP GUI work in the Mac. And again, the executable file is available here for download. The next important resource in e-learning in the table of contents are the course pack files. There's two ways to work on the SAP system. You can use the course pack files that are available starting in Module 1. The files are available that go through the SAP instructions. It's much easier and much quicker to work from a paper copy. So you can choose to print these out and work from them, or you can order the course pack already printed out from Dollar Bill Copying. The URL is dollarbillcopying.com. If you go to Buy a Course Pack under Western Michigan University, you'll see a course pack for Management 3200. It's not cheap, and if you have somebody that can loan you a course pack from a previous semester, that will work fine. But time is money, and it's worthwhile to have a printed version, whether you have the course pack ordered from Dollar Bill or you go and print out the course pack files from e-learning. Again, if you have an iPad or something else, that makes it a little better, but the paper copy is usually the easiest to work from. To log into the SAP system, start the SAP GUI, and if there's an option, select University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee to get the list of systems available. It's important to select the correct system. These are all different virtual servers, and selecting the wrong system will mean your login won't work because you're not into the right system. Check the information in the Quick Start Guide to make sure you know which system you need to select. In this case, we're using the FS3 system. After double-clicking on the link with the system, you have the login screen where you need to enter the client number. This is also available in the Quick Start Guide. It's 101 for this particular course. Your user ID, which you should have gotten from the grade section of e-learning, is of the form config dash a 2-digit number. That 2-digit number is important. It identifies you and the system and your work. It's important when you have a question in the course to include this number in your email to the professor. Starting off, the password is password, all lowercase. This will pop up a screen where you can change the password. There are no restrictions other than it needs to be a 6-character password, and you can't use the same one as before. Typing in the new password gets another information screen. You click on the green check mark, click on the green check mark again, and you're in the SAP system. When you look at the instructions, menus are given with a triangle to show you the different parts of the menu path. So in this case, we're going to go to Tools, clicking on the little greater than sign, selecting then Customizing, IMG for Implementation Guide, and then Execute Project is a final link. This is the actual transaction, and we select it by double-clicking. Follow through the instructions. The screens may not exactly match the current version. The interface changes slightly over time. We're going to click on the SAP reference IMG according to the instructions. This brings up another menu path that's used for configuration. Instructions say then to follow the menu path Enterprise Structure, Definition, Financial Accounting, and here we need to click on the clock icon to execute the transaction. The screen shows to double-click on Edit Company Code Data, which produces the following screen. Then the instructions say click on New Entries. And this is where we'll start to enter information. The instructions will tell you the information using the hashtag twice, which is where your user number will be entered. So in the case of this user with number 99, they would enter 99FS for the company code. And 99 Bitter Snacker for the company name. This is important to make sure that you're creating your own unique company that you'll get credit for. In the instructions, there's usually a screenshot, and the screenshot will show 00 for the account number. Do not use this number. Do not try to enter a double hashtag. Enter the number that's the last 2 digits of your user ID. One thing is to create a favorite for Execute Project because that will be used very often. Click and drag Execute Project up to the favorites, and now that transaction will be readily available. This is very similar to bookmarking a web page in a browser. The other thing that's important is to check your progress and to see that you're getting credit for the progress. There's a special transaction that's entered up in the open field at the top left of the screen called Z-Grade. Typing Z-Grade will give you a list of the different modules that are checked and the status. Not all modules are checked. In the case of the beginning of the course, modules 3, 4, and 5 are checked for completion, not for complete accuracy, but for completion. Modules 6, 7, 8, 9 are not checked. Then TT1, Transaction Test 1, where you actually test the system, is the next check that's done. When you receive a red X like this, it means no work has been done. If there's a red flag, it means some work has been done, but it's not complete. A green check mark means the work is complete and you will receive credit for it. If you have a red flag, in the table of contents, there is help in a section called Z-Grade Help. For all the different modules, there's a document that will tell you what to do. For example, in Module 4, if you have a red flag, it'll give you the root cause. In this case, you did not create all the vendor data, and show you what to do to fix that. It's very important. You can save yourself and your instructor a lot of time and effort by using these Z-Grade Help documents to diagnose problems. It's also an important skill to develop to be able to diagnose problems and fix them. Working carefully is one way to avoid problems. Along with the Z-grade help, there's also error help. You can see that there are currently 37 different documents for common mistakes that students make. So in a different section, for example, Transaction Test 1, there are a number of documents that are titled with the error message that you're likely to receive. Again, these documents will walk you through how to fix the problem. That helps you develop a skill and helps you work more efficiently and effectively in the course. So this is the #1 resource to help you with working with the SAP system. In this course, you're going to go through the course pack 2 times. The first time directly following the instructions to create the Fitter Snacker Company. The second time, you're going to do the Marshall Muffler project. There are documents in e-learning, and if you're in a computer lab, they'll be handed out there in paper form. They'll tell you how to go through the course pack and build the Marshall Muffler Company. This will give you a second chance to understand the SAP system in more depth, and you'll have to apply a little more thought and logic because you have to change the instructions and change the data that applies to this new company, even though the instructions were written for an old company. So the second time through, you're using the course pack files as a template. In this course, you can work ahead at any pace you want, and it's highly, highly recommended to finish this course early so that you have more time at the end of the semester to work on other courses and projects. Leaving this work to the end of the semester is going to create 2 problems. First, you're likely to rush and make mistakes, and you're not going to learn as much from the material because you're just trying to rush rather than trying to learn and understand. If you wait till the end of the course, your instructor is not going to be very available nor amenable to multiple questions, so work ahead and work early. The other thing that's important are learning modules. So there are quizzes in the course that are based on these learning modules, these PowerPoint files. The first quiz will be on modules 3, 4, and 5. You should review these PowerPoint files and try to understand the concepts that are presented. Then go to assessments and take the quizzes. You'll see that all quizzes are available for this